All right, guys, welcome back to Cooking with LC. Today we're going to be making an amazing shrimp, crab, and lobster seafood boil. Make sure you stay tuned for part 2 where I show you guys how to make the crab and the lobster. But today I'm going to show you guys how to make a delicious shrimp foil packet. They are so super delicious and definitely a family favorite. Let's get started. So we're going to start off with our red potatoes. I'm using 9 red potatoes, but again, this is just going to depend on how many foil packets you're making, how many people you plan on feeding, but for our family, this works out just perfectly. So to your red potatoes, you want to make sure that you cut them in about 1/4 pieces. You want them to be relatively even, but don't stress yourself out too much on it. Just give them all a nice little chop, and then you're going to place them in your pot just like so. Cutting these up into little pieces is just going to help you put them in your foil packets, and it's going to help them cook a lot evenly. So go ahead and place those in your pot. And then the next step we have here is our corn. Now I have in the past cut these little corn pieces into halves as well. Again, it's all going to be on preference. There's no right or wrong way to do this, but just throwing them in here like so, it works out just fine and it saves you some time. So if it's going to save you the headache, let's just not even worry about it. So you're going to place those in your pot and you're going to put enough water to cover. You're going to place on a medium-high heat, and those are going to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. We're going to get started on our raw shrimp. I do like to clean them with a little bit of vinegar, and I give them a nice little cleansing in some water. Make sure it's a cool water. You don't want it to be too hot because, again, this is raw shrimp. Any hot water will start to cook the shrimp, and we don't want to do that. Bring your water to a soft boil. Again, it's going to be about 10 to 15 minutes. You don't want to completely cook your potatoes through because keep in mind they're going to cook in the oven. Here I have some sausage that I'm just going to cut up into pieces like so. Use whichever sausage works best for you. You can use hot if you guys prefer a spicier mixture. But for us, we're just using an original sausage and it works out just fine. So in a bowl, we want to go ahead and combine our ingredients. So we're going to place our corn, you're going to place your potatoes, you're going to place your sausage in here. And then we're going to get started on seasoning our shrimp. So to our shrimp, I'm going to add in some freshly ground black pepper. We're going to add in some kosher salt, some smoked paprika. Again, it's on preference. You can use smoked paprika or you can use regular paprika. And then Old Bay, it just kind of helps give your shrimp a nice little extra something. So go ahead and add in some Old Bay. And then we used about a tablespoon and a half of minced garlic. And then once you add in all those ingredients, go ahead and give your shrimp a nice little toss. And then you're going to add that shrimp to your mixture that you have. Now, to be honest, it probably would have been a little bit easier if you had this in a bigger bowl, but just to save some time and save some dishes, I just kept it in the pot. I have about 2 to 3 tablespoons of melted butter, and then you want to give everything a nice little blend. Let all of your flavors and all of your ingredients come together beautifully, so just mix it on up. Okay, and then once everything is mixed together, we're gonna go ahead and assemble our foil packets. Make sure you have a heavy duty foil. That is gonna make sure that everything stays together. It's gonna be sturdy, and you just want the heavy duty foil. So to your packets, there's no right or wrong way to do this. Add however much ingredients you want. Again, it's gonna be dependent on how many packets you're making. You want a little bit of corn, a little bit of potatoes, a little bit of shrimp. To this, I'm gonna place a little bit of unsalted butter, top it off with some parsley. And then you're going to want to go ahead and close your foil packet. So to this, we are going to just close the top halves together. And you want to give your foil packets, you want to make sure they're tight enough to lock in that heat and make sure everything cooks evenly. But give it enough room and enough space for that heat to just kind of go through your foil evenly. Again, you want to make sure everything's cooked to perfection. Roll up your sides. And then once your flavor packets are all rolled up and ready to go, you're going to place in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. Make sure you check them. Again, this is where you want your potatoes. You should be able to pierce them with a fork. And once you know your potatoes are good, your shrimp is good, then they're all done. They're delicious. They're amazing. Again, you definitely want to give these a try. I hope that you guys enjoy them. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And again, do not forget to watch our second part to make our crab and our lobster. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Enjoy.